Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time zone you're in, but here's what I do know. I know that if you're in this room, you came here to get something. I know that if you're in this room, you came expecting to leave here with something. So let me go ahead and meet that expectation right away. Scan the QR code on the screen, and download the workbook that I've created especially for you, just for the leaders Live Generously Summit. Scan that QR code and download the workbook. Now, before we get started, I want to know who's in the room. I need to know who's in the room. If you have ever opened your bank app with one eye closed and the other one slightly squinted, I want you to type in the comments. That's me. That's me. Yes. I see my people. I see you here already. If you ever stood in a line at the counter ready to pay for something and had to pray before you swipe your debit or credit card, I need you to raise your hand or type guilty in the comments. Type guilty in the comments. All right. If money has ever made you feel stressed, confused, overwhelmed, or unqualified, I need you to raise your hand. I need you to say or type hashtag me too in the comments. We're going to start a whole other kind of me too movement. Type hashtag me too in the comments. You are absolutely in the right room today, because today we are going deeper into the real story behind the money story, into the part that nobody wants to talk about, but everybody needs to heal. Today, we're going to start healing the money mindset story the deeper way. All right, you might not feel comfortable telling me your story, so I'll start by telling you mine. My money story didn't start with money. And according to neurosurgeon Jill Bolte Taylor, we are 99.9% biologically the same. Now, if that is true, then I know that if my money story didn't start with money, neither did yours. Mine started with trying to play a role that I was never meant to play. It started with silence. It started with identity. You see, 10 years ago, my life started happening right in the middle of my leadership, in the middle of me leading a staff of more than 125 people. At the height of my career, I found myself going through a major involuntary career shift. Before I could wrap my mind around what was happening in my career, I learned that my marriage was up against some long term infidelity. Now, don't worry, your girl is good. Because through some intense and intentional work and deep, painfully rewarding sessions with God, I had healed from the work hurt. I had healed from the trauma of divorce. But then I had to heal from me. Now, how many of you know that the only limitations that we have are those that we establish and accept in our own minds? I had to start exploring those things that I had established and began to accept in my own mind. I had to examine my own BS. Now, don't look at me with the side eye. We all have BS. I had to examine what was deeply embedded in my belief system. You see, during my marriage, I thought that letting my husband lead the finances would make him feel more like a man. Come on, ladies, you know we all do it. Let him do it. Let him feel like a man. And that was never my role. So I handed over not just the budget, I handed over the bills, the decisions, the conversations. I handed over all of it. Frankly, I was happy to do it because I didn't want anything to do with it. Now, even though I was the one that primarily was carrying the household financially, I silenced myself. Whether it was to protect his feelings or protect the peace, I made myself small, like we sometimes do. I made myself small to make somebody else feel big. Now, as a church girl, this felt noble in a way. Silence sometimes can feel holy at first. It felt peaceful at first. It felt like I was doing the right thing. But leaders, if you're in the room, what I learned from that situation, from that experience, I learned that silence is expensive. When my marriage ended, I realized something painful. I had found myself stuck financially, and I didn't get it. I just didn't understand. I had everything I needed. I had the credentials, I had the position, I had the influence, and I kept asking, God, you've given me the power to get wealth. Now, where is the money? And God responded only in a way that God can. He said, yes, Barbara, I've given you the power to get wealth. But to whom have you given your power? You see, I had not just given my power away with money. I had given away me. I had given away my voice. I had given away my confidence and ultimately my financial power. And when it came time to rebuild my life, I had to face a hard truth, something that I never really wanted to admit to. Y'all, I didn't even know how to put together a real budget. Not because I wasn't smart. Come on now. I knew I was smart. Not because I wasn't smart, not because I wasn't capable, but because I believed the lie. A lie that whispered, he's the man. Let him handle it. You're not good with money anyway. Any lie that you're telling yourself doesn't just steal your past. Lies also steal your future. Because of that lie, I had become so used to playing small. When I started my business, I didn't know how to dream big. I didn't charge what I was worth because I was accustomed to accepting less. I didn't build offers that truly represented me, truly represented what was inside of me. I built safe dreams. I built small dreams. I built discounted dreams. I built free 99 dreams. Not because I lacked the talent, but because I lacked belief. Your money story creates your financial ceiling. Your ceiling creates your life. My ceiling was low because my mindset was wounded. Everything that happened to me may not have been my fault, but it was certainly my responsibility to change, to start getting the results that were aligned with my true identity. Now, they don't call me doctor for nothing. Success leaves clues. One day, when I started looking around my life, I started naming all of my successes, the degrees, the promotions, even the influence that I had with my children, the positive relationships. I looked at those things and said, Barbara, if you don't heal your money story, you're going to keep repeating it. I knew that if I wanted my life to go higher, I was going to have to go deeper. But deeper in a different sense this time. Deeper, not just in leading from the stage, but leading in my finances. All right, if you're taking notes, you don't want to write this down. If you've already downloaded the workbook, you can write it in the workbook because now we're going to go deeper. First, you need to discover the lie. You cannot heal what you refuse to uncover. See, my lies were simple. I'm not good enough. I need someone else to lead. I don't deserve abundance. Here I am, a Jesus girl. He died and came to give me life abundant, and didn't believe I deserved abundance. Those were my lies. Your lie might be something else, but it's just as dangerous. All right, I want you to take a minute, pause for a minute. That was a whole lot. I want you to identify your lie right now, quietly, internally. What did you grow up believing about money that's no longer serving you? What beliefs did you adopt? Discover the lie so you can embrace the truth. Listen, you were sent here to do this. Miles Monroe said that we were all sent here to solve a problem, all sent here to lead, but we must first become leaders. Healing is a part of your becoming, it's your leadership development. You are indeed capable. If nobody's told you, you came here fully packaged. You are worthy. You are an intellectually complex being, and you can learn money. Now, some of you may be thinking, I'm pretty good with money. Some of you have learned to add. Now it's time to multiply. How do I go from just making it to building wealth? You can lead in your finances. You can build wealth, not just for yourself, but for other people as well. You can handle wealth. Your future is so much greater than your fear. So discover the lie, embrace the truth, and be ready to expect something different. Some of y'all are around here praying and not even expecting an answer. Expect something different. You can't do something different and get the same results. That's just not the nature of things. That's just not how things work. When you change, your expectations will change. Expectation is like a thermostat. If you set it to survival, you will always plateau at survival. You will always just be able to pay your bills. You will always create your own marketing materials, edit your own videos, because your limiting beliefs won't build a team for you. I had to start believing in abundance, not because of money, but because of who created me. I was not my story. I came here fully packaged. So I had to discover the lies, embrace the truth. You got it. Expect something different. But here's the part that y'all are not going to like. You also have to be sure to process the pain and the patterns. We don't want to do that. Some of you are living out your 3-year-old traumas in your 50-year-old lives. This is the part we avoid. Now, before money is mathematical, money is emotional. Overspending, emotional. Under earning, undercharging, emotional. Financial dependence, emotional. Not checking your bank account and keeping up with things, very emotional. Fear around your business, you got it, emotional. Healing your money story requires facing the patterns that are rooted in the pain. I was not a spectator in my marriage. Nobody kidnapped me anywhere. I was along for the ride. Everything I gave up or gave away, I was a willing participant. You have to take 100% responsibility for wherever you are in your life. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, you have to take 100% responsibility. Yes, before it helps, healing hurts. All right, if you're writing this down, let's go back up to the top. First, you have to discover the lies, embrace the truth, expect something different, process the pain and the patterns so you can evolve your identity. I am not the same woman I was before I started this process. You've got to be willing to do something different so you can get something different. I had to evolve. I had to evolve from I'm just trying to make it to I'm a wealthy woman becoming. I had to evolve from I don't understand money to I can learn whatever I need to. I had to evolve from I hope this works to I expect abundance. Everything my hands touch will prosper. Identity changes everything. You are not your old behavior. Take time to discover the lies. Embrace the truth. Expect something different. Process the pain and the patterns. Evolve your identity. And honey, it is time to rewrite your story. Finally, I rewrote my story. I created a budget, I created boundaries. I stopped apologizing for wanting more. I stopped shrinking in my business. I stopped building for survival and started building for legacy. Somebody is depending on your healing. And that's when my entire life shifted. When I realized that other people were depending on me making it, it shifted everything for me. Now, let me be honest with you. Healing the money mindset, it really is kind of like therapy with a calculator. Today, we're talking about the money mindset. But how many of you know that how you show up anywhere is how you show up everywhere? You're showing up in your finances. You're showing up in your business. You're showing up in your relationships. Heal the money thing. Because, like leadership, your finances are simply an expression of who you truly are. The behavior is not the issue, the belief is. And beliefs can be healed. Your money struggles don't mean that you're irresponsible. Get that out your head. They don't mean that you're incapable or you're behind. They simply mean that it's time to rewrite your story. And today you got new information. You got new language. You got new healing. You got new identity. Your past is not your prison. You can step into overflow and abundance with confidence and clarity. This today is your moment. Don't go into 2026 without healing the money mindset story the deeper way. It doesn't make sense to get this teaching without pursuing your transformation. Awareness is only the first step. So if you want to continue to go deeper, again, I've created something just for you, just for the Leaders Live Generously Summit. Go ahead and grab your phone and text deeper to 770-725-7455. I have a special gift that I'll send you, the Leaders Live Generously Money Healing Pack. This includes your mindset guide, your journal, your checklist, and a 3-minute audio from me. Don't leave here just being inspired. Seek transformation. Take the next step. I'm Dr. Barbara Swinney, life and leadership coach, publisher, author, speaker, and creator of Deeper Brands International, an entire ecosystem established to help leaders like you heal, lead, and leverage their stories for legacy. Get the transformation. Heal the money mindset story the deeper way. Thank you.